So you don't even understand why you can't stop scrolling. You don't even understand why you pray for some minutes and then you feel like holding your phone. You don't know why when you hold your phone, you feel more secure. You don't understand why you say it's a demon. It's not a demon. They hacked your system, bro. They hacked you. That is why sometimes you feel happy when your phone is around. You have not even opened it. You feel happy holding your phone. Some of you even hold your phone to pray. You are not touching, you are just holding it just to feel good. A system is more powerful than a human being. And a system will outlive a human being. No matter how powerful you are, the system will outlast you and it will reverse everything you've done after you die. Take for example, we had a very powerful apostle in Benin City. Very powerful man of God. Very anointed. High level of authority. What happened after he died? The system outlived him. The system reversed almost everything he did. The system he established was not strong enough to go head to head against the one that was already there. A system will outlive a human being. Elisha, very powerful. What happened after he died? Israel went into exile. What was the point of his ministry? Elijah, very powerful. What happened after he died? Moses, the only person that succeeded to a large extent was Moses. Why? Moses established a system. He established government. He brought laws, he brought constitution. And the system that Moses established is the closest to what we have of a kingdom system, because the laws the Israelites followed were totally different from what the rest of the nations were following. Moses established a system. That's why till today, the Israelites still follow the system of Moses, the Mosaic law. That is what it means to establish a system. Jesus established a system with 12 men. What do we have now? You are sitting here now today. It's a system. Don't just gun for power. Look for how to establish systems. The reason why you fight so much and it seems like you can't lift your head up is because you are fighting against a system. A system is not just one person. You might win, you personally. Okay? Now let's look at your bloodline 4 generations into the future. What will your children do? Your great-great-grandchildren. Will they still continue your legacy or will they succumb to the system? You need to start thinking beyond yourself. If you are too afraid to invite other people into what you are doing, you will fight a one-man battle and you will fail to establish a system, because a system is not one man. Come on, Jesus is the most powerful man that has ever lived. He called 12 people. Even Jesus, the most powerful human being that has ever lived, called 12 men. And these 12 men were not the best, they were not the brightest, most of them were not educated. He established a system. He gave them laws, gave them rules, taught them kingdom, and left. Jesus, they will fail. Well, they ended up not failing. They succeeded. Why? Because he gave them the Holy Ghost. And he taught them all things. So, back to systems. First of all, your educational system is not meant to enlighten you. It's meant to make you a good factory worker. You don't understand. Your school is not meant to make you achieve success. It's meant to help you fit into the system. Which is why they are still teaching you what they taught us. Because the system is the same. There is nothing new they can teach you. The system is the same. You are going to work in the job that my generation worked in. So the curriculum is the same. Cram this, give us an exam, you pass. The educational system is meant to produce factory workers, not critical thinkers. You don't question the education. And they even help you. They tell you, if they ask you why you don't know this, just tell them our auntie didn't teach us. And you are good to go. And so when they ask you, do you know so and so? You say no. They say, why don't you know? You say they have not taught us. As if you're a robot. As if you're a robot. As if they taught Adam. So you never learn anything new. You just focus on passing yours. You will get it when you meet it when you go to school. They'll teach you Pascal. You know what's Pascal? Computers don't even use Pascal anymore. They stopped using it years ago. They'll teach you Pascal, and the course is so hard, many people fail. Fortran, they teach Fortran now. They taught us basic Fortran. Computers don't use Fortran anymore. It's useless to you. Your school curriculum is useless to you. These are the systems you are fighting against. I will name some. The systems you're up against, and you think you will win. You think you will win. You actually think you will win. The game is rigged from the beginning. You can't win. Like, you need your own system. It's not a winning game. The dice is loaded, like they will say in gambling. Gambling is also a system. Bet Nigeria is advertised on your phones, for God's sake. They now have systems where Americans can bet their rent on gambling because they tell them that they might win more. And the game, I'll go back to education. The game is rigged because they hack your body system, which is why I told you that as a Christian, you should know how your body functions. Because you don't even know why you are addicted to your phone. Do you know? You don't know. Your phone hacks your body system. Yes. So you don't even understand why you can't stop scrolling. You don't even understand why you pray for some minutes and then you feel like holding your phone. You don't know why when you hold your phone, you feel more secure. You don't understand why you say it's a demon. It's not a demon. They hacked your system, bro. They hacked you. So gambling, human beings have this thing called in their body. God designed it into your body. It's meant to help you survive. It's meant to help you live. It's called dopamine. Many of you have heard it before. Mama must have heard it. She did microbiology. But daddy must have heard it. You don't hear it because you don't read outside your school curriculum, which is why I told you you're against the system. Dopamine rewards things that will help you do, that will help you grow. For example, if you eat, dopamine is released into your bloodstream, which is why you like eating. People without dopamine are usually depressed. People that are depressed and are constantly to motivate themselves to do anything, they lack dopamine. It's that dopamine that drives you. That ginger is dopamine. That ginger that comes from seemingly nowhere is called dopamine. It's a hormone in your brain. It's a hormone that your brain releases. It activates your body. The presence of God can also release dopamine. Gambling releases dopamine into your body. And the problem with dopamine is that it's addictive. So some of you are even sleeping off. That's because what I'm saying is not giving you dopamine. If I was telling you how to make money, because money is your body, your brain, let me tell you why you don't like me saying things like this and you prefer me to talk about money. Money, your brain sees money as survival, which is a problem. Because money is a tool, not your survivor. Your brain sees money as survival. You see, I said money, you woke up. It's dopamine. It's true. This is how your body functions. You woke up immediately, it's dopamine. Dopamine has been released. Your brain has said, okay, he's talking about something important. Listen. That's what he just told you, and then you listened. So, your brain links money to survival. If you have money, you can survive. You can eat. And if you eat, you can survive. So your brain, when your brain has been programmed in a way that when you hear money, dopamine is immediately released. You ginger up. You say, okay, what are you saying? You are activated. You are motivated. It's dopamine. The same thing happens with gambling. People that gamble, that seem to be addicted to gambling, the gambling releases dopamine. That's why they can't stop. They are addicted to the dopamine. They are addicted to it. It's an addiction. They can't stop. It's not an evil spirit. Sometimes it's an evil spirit. There might be a stronghold. But even when the evil spirit leaves, the person is still addicted. These things, I will tell you systems. Systems function by hacking your biology and your brain. These things, when they go on for long enough, they can alter the way your brain physically is. They can alter the physique of your brain. So that's gambling. Gambling releases dopamine. That's what I'm saying. That's why people can't stop. And they know it. That's why they do it. That is why there are some things that you should never try. You don't say, I will try it when that's part of the system. It's part of the system. Propaganda, daddy taught him propaganda in war and power. Propaganda, you read there that day, powerful message. Propaganda is part of system. If you don't know how to use propaganda, you will lose. The church has no propaganda. The church has no propaganda. We don't have a propaganda, for God's sake. We don't. We accept the propaganda of Satan, and all of them are lies. Propaganda doesn't even have to be words. They can use lifestyle to give you propaganda. When a Yahoo boy is driving a Lexus across, it's propaganda. He's telling you this is what you can gain. When a lesbian is driving GLK, it's propaganda. They can tell you if you join a lesbian group, you become like this. It's propaganda. It's a lie. But you don't have your own propaganda. Now, the same thing, education doesn't train you for that. Education teaches you how to be a good factory worker. It doesn't train you for success. It doesn't train you for leadership. It doesn't train you for leadership. People that want to learn leadership outside of the school curriculum. And this is supposed to teach. Education doesn't even teach you how money works. How does money work? What is money? Which scheme of work covers it? What is money? Money is what you think money is. If you think money is nothing, money is nothing. Money is what we all agree money is. That's why you can't use a dollar, because we all agree it's not our currency. If you bring a dollar, okay, you can't spend a dollar in most things, but if you bring a dollar, we all agree that US currency is higher than our own. If you feel, listen to me, if you feel that the US currency is no longer viable because US is no longer looking stable, the dollar will drop. If people feel that Nigeria is looking good, dollar naira will rise. Because people feel that Nigeria is looking good. So what is money? Money is how you feel. This thing is bogus. I'm telling you how systems work. Money is how you feel. Money is not your. How can something that we all agree, okay, we come together and say, this bulb represents 20 naira. Do you agree? Say yes. Do you agree? Yes. Do you agree? Yeah. The bulb now represents 20 naira. The bulb was a bulb before it represented 20 naira. It was just a bulb. Now it represents 20 naira. And people can kill to get that bulb because now it represents 20 naira. What is gold? What is a metal? It's only valuable because we all agree it's valuable. You say, this thing is shiny. Yes, let's sell it for a high price. Gold is a metal that is almost good for nothing, only for conducting electricity. And the only reason they don't use it in your does it conduct electricity? I think it does. I think maybe silver. But I know about silver. But silver is valuable. But the only reason they don't use it is that it conducts electricity. And the only reason they don't use it is that people will steal it. But silver is a better conductor than aluminium. So, that's the education system. What am I telling you? When you go to school, understand that you're in a system. And that system is not out to help you. You see that school you are going to? You will not learn anything there that will help your life. That's why people say school na scam and then they drop out. That's not the right thing. Enter the system. You are not strong enough to go against the system, so you leave the system and they become wastes. That's not the right thing. Get the certificate, so that at least it can be useful to you. You won't waste your life and it gives you some kind of exposure to other people. But when you're at school, make sure you learn beyond what you are taught, for God's sake. It will help you get a job if that's where you want to stop. It will help you become a good worker. But it will not help you change society, because the school is designed to fit into society. Let me talk about the big one. The second system is pornography. I'm speaking mainly to young people. There is a statistic now that shows that majority of young people are exposed to pornography at the age of 8 years old. First time. And 80% of them didn't go looking for it. It came looking for them. They were not looking for pornography before they saw it. The pornographic system is designed to break your mind. Listen to me. It's designed to break your mind. Parents, listen to me. This is why many of your children misbehave. This is why many of your young girls misbehave. This is why many of your young men misbehave. The pornographic system is designed to break your mind. It's designed to break your self-esteem. It's designed to break your understanding of other people. It's designed to break your relationship with other people. It's designed to break your family. And it's designed to make you give birth to children that are in broken homes. It's one of the most wicked systems that have ever existed. It's worse than drugs. Why? Because when you want to buy a drug, you have to pay for it. And when you start running out of drugs, you sell your job. The drug system is another one. When you start running out of drugs to take, you sell your house, you lose your job, you start living homeless, you start stealing to finance your drug habit, you live for the drug. But pornography is easily accessible. All you need is a phone. In fact, you don't need your phone, you can access it from your friend's phone. In fact, you don't need to be looking for it, your friend can have it on their phone. In fact, you don't need to be looking for it in your friend's phone, your friend can have it as their wallpaper. Yeah, sometimes they send it to you through WhatsApp. Yeah, they post it on your status. It's meant to make you see people as objects. When you see a man or a woman in that way, listen to me, parents. Listen to me, children. You will no longer see a human being. You will see something that you can use to satisfy yourself. That viewpoint, it will control your entire life. So when God says, love your neighbor, you don't really understand. You're not getting this love thing that we're talking about. What do you mean love? You don't get it. Why? Pornography. We're not even talking about the demon side. We're just talking about the mental side. Because there'll be demons. But leave the demon side first. Let's just go mental. It's meant to exhaust your mind. Because you are meant to focus on something. Your brain cannot handle too many things at the same time. I think somebody said your brain can only focus on 20 things at the same time. I've forgotten the statistic. But, which is why there are some things you don't notice, except you are looking for them. For example, when we were about to roof, I began to notice houses that were in the roofing stage. I didn't notice them before. When we needed doors, I began to notice houses that needed to put doors. Because your brain is, oh, you need to do this. Okay, look at that. Now look at this. Now look at that. Now look at it. Everything else is filtered out. Because your brain cannot handle so many information in the first place. Let me diverge. I'll come back to pornography. Which is why many of you that like going through news every day, I wonder what you are looking for. Because the new system is another system. What am I teaching you? Have you lost it? I'm teaching you how systems work. News favors bad news. Okay, all the news you heard this week, which person built a new house? Which person celebrated a graduation? Which person bought a new car? Which person established a new business? Okay, end of year profits. Which one was the highest? Okay, what new laws were passed in Nigeria? You don't know. All you know is that Boko Haram bombed that place. But you know where Boko Haram bombed. You know the place. You know where Boko Haram bombed. You know where bandits attacked and set traders on fire. Burn them alive, bro. What a wicked world. Exactly. They need your emotion. They need you emotional. That's why they're giving you bad news. They need you angry. They need you emotional. They need you afraid. Because when you're afraid, you will look more. You will stay there more. Then they can advertise something to you. And they get money for putting that in there. You are the product, my friend. They are selling you. Your social media is selling you. That's why it's free. That's why WhatsApp is free. That's why Facebook is free. That's why Instagram is free. YouTube is free. TikTok is free. They are selling you. Pastor, we already know. But what can we do about it? That's another propaganda of the system. You can't change it. You can't stop it. Everybody's doing it. Everybody, even pastors are doing it. Until you do it and you find out that everybody is not doing it. Everybody is not doing it, my friend. And then somebody changes it and then you find out, oh, so it could be changed all along. Yes, it can be changed. Because a human being started it. I told the AI to tell me the history of pornography. It took me back to 18 somewhere. I've forgotten when the first Playboy magazine was published. A naked woman in the front center. Because the man wanted to rebel against Puritans. He sold massive copies. Can it be stopped? Yes. So, new system. My dear, you don't need to know everything happening in the world at the same time. Your brain was not designed to handle it. It will make you think that bad news are more common than they actually are. Meanwhile, they have always been happening. They were always there until they've been there. People have been getting killed for a very long time. People have been getting beheaded. People have been getting bombed for a very long time. For a very long time. I'm not saying don't look at the news. I'm saying don't be a victim of it. The real news you need actually comes from heaven. That's the news you need to listen to. The one that comes from heaven. But I can't tell you that now because you don't even have the time to disconnect from your phone and actually say, okay, God, what are you saying? And old people are actually falling prey to, older people, the older generation actually falling prey to this because they know how to get you. Just tell a story, you are hooked. Older people love stories. They love it. In fact, younger people, everybody loves stories. Jesus preached with parables. The kingdom of God is like a man that went out to buy a field. They say, what? Human beings love stories. So even if you tell a story and people know how to churn out, people are making massive money out of your attention. Massive money. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, not naira, dollars. They just program an AI to give out 2 stories a day for every channel. For 10 channels. Oh, millionaire. Because you will watch everyone. You will watch it all. This is the distraction system. I'm teaching you kingdom. I'm not going to tell you, do so and so thing to come out of poverty. This is how you come out of poverty. This is how you make impacts. Know which systems are controlling you. Which one is consuming your attention? A few of the things that trigger your dopamine to be released: food, exercise, interaction, dancing. When you dance, that's why people dance and feel happy. It's dopamine. Novelty, something new. If you see something new, dopamine is released into your system. That's why you feel happy looking at new things. When they build a new house, you like looking at it. It's not the house. Your brain is releasing something into your blood. It's called dopamine. It's making you feel good. When you see a new picture, you like looking at it. You see a new painting, you like looking at it. You are literally feeding off dopamine. So what TikTok does is that it gives you millions of new videos. So you can be high on dopamine for 4 hours straight. 4 hours, you're on dopamine. Now, when it goes on like that, your brain doesn't remember what it means to be normal. Yes, which is why when you stay 20 minutes, You start feeling depressed, and your brain says, okay, so how do we help this young man? What do we help this young man? Go back to what made you feel happy. Touch your phone, look at your phone, look at your phone. Where is your phone? Locate your phone. You see your phone. Your brain releases dopamine instantly. Boom, you feel happy. Oh, I found my phone. It's normal biology. I found my phone. That is why sometimes you feel happy when your phone is around. You have never opened it. It's dopamine. You feel happy holding your phone. Some of you even hold your phone to pray. You are not touching, you are just holding it just to feel good. It's dopamine. You are addicted to dopamine. You need to come off the drug, man. Come off the drug. It's literally the same reason why drug users use drug. They are looking for dopamine. You know, those of you that study microbiology and biochemistry and medical sciences, you know, it's dopamine drug users are looking for. Endorphins, dopamine, they are looking for it. And it comes in your brain. Something like sleeping can give you dopamine. Something like reading give you dopamine, but that's like 20%. Social media is like 150% to 200%, I think. A drug, cocaine, can give you 300%. Methamphetamine can give you 1,000% for 4 hours consistently. So when you are high, that's what it means to be high. That is pumping your body is pumping dopamine to your system. So you are constantly happy. You're like boom, whoa, yeah, 4 hours. Then when it stops, you're drifting, watching the world go around. You are depressed. So you go back to the thing that made you feel happy. It's normal. The same thing with social media. When you scroll, you laugh. Okay. Examination. When you're having a bad day, what do you go for? You go for your phone, bro. You go for your phone. You go for your phone, bro. Because when you look at your phone, you get something that makes you laugh. Dopamine is released into your system. You feel good. When you are bored, young children are now afraid of boredom. Because they don't know how to sit in silence. They've forgotten how to do it. I'm teaching you systems. They don't know how to sit in silence. Even these people that say they want to be content creators, YouTube is one of the most. YouTube knows what they are doing. They know what they are doing. It's mass control. Do you know that as soon as you create an account, YouTube starts watching you? They take note of everything you like. They take note of what you like. If you see a thumbnail and you stay on it for 2 seconds, YouTube has taken notice. So when YouTube looks at that, when you look at it for like 2 seconds, YouTube says, okay, he likes things like this. Then they'll start recommending more things like that. Then when you look at a video, when you watch a video, they say, okay, he likes things like this. When you like a video, say, okay, he really likes things like this. They recommend more things like that. More things like that. More things like that. So they are boxing you into a false reality. You will feel that everybody is doing what you are watching. You watch the same thing over and over again. They are reinforcing your belief. Now, if you believe that, for example, if you believe that black people are bad, white people are good, for example, a racist, they will give you videos that talk about how bad black people are, how good white people are. Are you listening to me? You will think everybody in the world agrees with you. They don't. You will be shocked how many people disagree with you. There are more than the people that agree with you. But you'll say, yes, look at this video I watched. This guy say white people are good. The video has 4 million likes and 5 million views. Look at this video I watched. Systems. You can't function in this system. Look at this video I watched. The video has 10 million views. The person said that black people are bad, white people are good. Look at even himself. A black person stabbed a white girl yesterday. Brutal, evil, bad person. They'll say, yes, look at another video where someone was stabbed. This is more brutal. You say, yes, this is evil. I hate this evil, bad thing. Stabbing, more stabbing. Oga, more stabbing. Auntie, there's more stabbing news. Notification, there is more stabbing going on in the world by black people. Stabbers, man. You say, I say, the next time you see a black person, he's a stabber. He's not a stabber. He's not a stabber, young man. You've been manipulated. You have been reprogrammed. Very uncomfortable, right? Because I'm telling you to let go of your source of dopamine. That's why you're feeling very uncomfortable. It's like someone telling you stop taking drugs. That's how uncomfortable to feel. Studies have shown that people that limit their social media usage to 10 minutes a day feel less depressed. So a good measure of your depression is coming from social media. And it's not basically because you are comparing yourself to people that are doing well. Something else is just making you depressed. Maybe you see too much bad news. So you think everything is black, everything is bleak, the whole world is going to burn. Bro, the whole world is fine. It will be fine for a very long time. And when somebody talks about something that they call it the algorithm, that the algorithm doesn't like, it will ban it or demonetize it. Then people will stop talking about it. Which is why everybody talks about the same thing. Everybody talks about the same thing. This was mainly for the young people and the older generation. If you train yourself on social media, you are in retirement because you will mainly do nothing much with your life. Because you can't think. You need to train your brain to think. You need to train your brain to do nothing for many hours and feel normal. So I told you that young children are exposed to pornography much younger than you think. And many children that you think have not have actually seen pornography in one form or another. And they just didn't tell you about it because you didn't tell them what to do with what they saw. What does this thing I saw mean? What do I do about it? You know, in Africa, we have this, we assume everything is fine when everything is breaking down. You don't tell them what to do with what they saw, so they don't know how to come to you about it. What should I tell that I saw a naked woman? How will he take it? He will think I'm evil and bad, so they will hide it. And then the more it's hidden, the worse it will get. Studies have shown that many young people rape their brothers or sisters. Why? Pornography. Parents, are you listening to me? That's why the children are playing mommy and daddy. Where did they learn it? Pornography. You see, this is why you can't be poor. You can't be poor, you can't be small, you can't be without power, you can't establish one business and by one camp build one house and think you are going to be fine. You will not be fine, you can't be fine, you are living in a system. The system is designed to to start working as soon as you're born. That's when the system starts. As soon as you're born, it starts working. Some start working before they were even born. So some of them were born and their parents rejected them because the parents were broken. And the parent doesn't know what to do with the child. Start thinking beyond yourself. Okay, now, assignment. What do we do about the thing I just told you? About this pornography epidemic. What do we do about it? What's your answer? Apostle, man of God, saint of God. What's your answer? What do we do about it? How do we stop it? No, Pastor, I just want my business to prosper. Well, I'm not very useful to the kingdom of God. And you keep begging God for blessings. Stop thinking in a bubble. This world is more serious than you think. This world is more serious than you are allowing yourself to think. Because many people, due to learned helplessness is another system that they use to that they use for control, that is used for control. Human beings use it for control. Learned helplessness is you do it the first time, it doesn't work. You do it the second time, it doesn't work. You do it the third time, it doesn't work. They tell you it will never work, and you agree. The school you are going to, okay, how many of you want to open a school now? I told you the school you are going to will not prepare you for destiny. It will only teach you how to be a good factory worker. Your goal should be to open a new school and then teach people how to think for themselves. Your curriculum should be, you, 10-year-old child. This road is not good. How do we fix it? Yes! Yes! That is how they begin to think. And children will give you ideas that will marvel you. But because you never ask them, you have never asked them, their ideas die, their dreams die. Children have wonderful ideas. I want to be a pilot, astronaut, I want to go to space, I want to make the world good, but then you learn helplessness. Because you went to school. You went to school for God's sake. That the son of that wealthy man went to school and started looking for a job. The father is asking, what do you need a job for? You learn to get a job when you go to school. Is the school you are going to? It's a Babylonian school. We are supposed to have our own schools. What do you mean you went to school and the teacher is crushing on the young boy? I fire you instantly. What nonsense is that? That's pedophilia. The teacher is friending the girl. That's rubbish. I will fire you and arrest you. Yes. I will arrest you, imprison you. The rest of them will learn how to do that nonsense. You will come to school and you are playing graduation, you are playing skelewu, and the secular song there. I close that graduation instantly. Everybody go home. Everybody goes home. And then you send your child to this school and you wonder why a secular song and he's watching pornography. He will watch it because it's in a Babylonian system. You need your own system. Kingdom systems. Stop thinking individually. It won't work. It has never worked. That's why we're still here. You will not achieve much alone. Even if you achieve the whole world, die first. Your successors will do worse. What do you think kingdom is? It's not about you. You are like a government official. A government official doesn't worry. Jesus said, don't bother about what you will eat or drink. These are what the pagans think about. You're a government official. A government official feeding, housing, transportation is taken care of. Just be a government official. You have allocations. The reason why your allocations become your worry is because you're not a government official. So you spend your whole life chasing allocations. That's not the way. How much can you get? Budget is passing over your head. Heaven is releasing budget. They are not calling your name. They are not calling your name, bro. They are sending to that official in education. Sending to that one, sending to that one, sending to that one, sending to that one. Someone said, I was sleeping that day, and then just walked up to me. I said, what do you mean? What? And then he told me so and so. Because you are important and you are in a place of advantage and the kingdom needs your help. I mean, come on. Pharaoh was on his own. God sent him 2 dreams. He was on his own now. He was just chilling on his own. God sent him 2 dreams. Meanwhile, many Christians are praying, show me what you want me to do, show me what you want me to do. And nothing is coming. Get it into your minds. You cannot achieve much on your own. If you really care about your children, you will invest in kingdom systems. If you really care about them. For example, now, in your house, you should have established at least 4 systems. Let it be a small-scale system before you start scaling up from your house. From your house, you go to your neighbor's house. For example, when our neighbors found out that we were different because our system in the house was different from theirs, they started using us to do good examples. Now, when they start doing that, you can export your system. Tell them what you are doing. Tell them, do this and this and this. Your children will become like that. Tell them. People are looking for what is good. What they are doing is not working. What they are doing is not working. And they are not that happy with it. Tell them what you are doing. Export your system. Then when a few people copy your system and it starts working, publish it on the news. Form an association. Tell them, parents of the bright generation, we are raising the next generation of you. Go to the school, campaign. Yes, go to your children's school, campaign. Show them, tell them, you see, my son is the best. Yes, another important aspect of kingdom is that you must be the best at whatever you are doing. That is how you be a king. That's how you be a kingdom man. You must be number one or nothing. There's no number two. It's number one or nothing. Because your king is number one. If your king is number two, I say, okay, be like the king. But your king is number one. Your king is the best at what he does. You must be the best at what you do. You must always be the best at what you do. That is how Daniel was able to talk to the king, because when the king interviewed them, nobody matched up to them. And then Daniel became a king is a master at what he does. A king is a master over his domain. I told you some time ago that in order to be a king, you must master something and be the best at it. Yes. So, basketball, who will you give me? Kobe Bryant, was he the best? LeBron James. You know his name, why? He's a king. Practical example, you're in school, and then there's a who subjects you study? Biology, physics, chemistry. Look for the one you like and be a king. Teach the teacher. Recommend test. Business beats everybody around you. Then they'll start calling you mama, you're a king. Then export your system. Don't just say mama, yay, God is good. Don't stop there. Don't stop there. Export your system. Make sure they copy it and make sure it works for them. Then when it works for them, you have established a community. That is how systems grow. How do you think ungodly systems grow? The people doing it are constantly evangelizing. We think evangelism is going to tell people Jesus is real, repent, and then or you go to hell. That's not evangelism. Evangelism is the lesbian driving a JLK. And I'm not talking about materialism. I'm talking about showing people what they stand to gain from associating with you. That's evangelism. The first tool for evangelism you can use is excellence. That's what Daniel used. That's what Joseph used. How did Joseph become a king? He interpreted the king's dream. Nobody could do it. Nobody could do it. How was Moses? The Bible says Moses was learned in all the wisdom of Egypt. You cannot be a kingdom man if you are not excellent. And I know by God that every child that is a Christian or that comes from a Christian home is intelligent. Because that child has Holy Ghost and the child is anointed for education. The only reason why they fail is that they are, one, too lazy to read. Two, their parents never bothered to check what they were doing. Parents say, read! And left. They are not going to read anything. They want to read. I have told you to read, you must read. You're talking to a child now. You're talking to a child. That's not how you raise children. Some people even go as much as saying, okay, if you get first, I will buy you good clothes. And it doesn't work. Why? A child thinks short term. You are promising a long-term benefit. It will not work. A child doesn't understand what it means to plan for the next 4 months. So if you tell them, if you get first in school, I will buy you a good cloth, it will not work. Because by then the child must have forgotten the play he wants to play that evening is more important to him than that cloth. And when that time comes, he will cry. Yes. And he will not be happy. but he doesn't know how to plan for long term. So it won't work. I've never taught you about the debt system. The debt system that people buy now and pay later, and they are exporting into Nigeria now. People use debt to service debt. There's the gambling system. There's the broken family system. What they tell you, you can divorce. I guarantee you, any child that grows under a single parent, are you listening to me? Any child that grows under a single parent needs special attention. You will think your child is okay, but they are not. Your child will think they are okay, but they are not. Any child that doesn't grow under any parent needs special attention. You think they are okay, they are not. Many of them are angry, and they don't know why they are angry. Many of them are depressed. Many of them think that it's their fault. And you'll be like, my child is okay, he's not okay. And you don't know how to address your child to bring him out of that situation, because you need to do it early. Did you know that when they want to recruit an actor for pornography, they ask him how he grew up? Did you know? When they want to recruit an actor for pornography, they will ask him, how did you grow up? And if you say, it was just me and my mom, or just me and my dad, they'll say, perfect! Because we are Nigerians and we don't really know what a single parent's training does to a child, but they know. Most people that are raised by a single parent feel rejected. They carry it all their lives. They don't know how to come out of it. Some of them know, but they don't know how to come out of it. If you feel rejected, you will always be trying to prove something to everybody. I'm not a failure, I'm not a failure, I'm not a failure, I'm not a failure, I'm not a failure. And nobody is caring. Eventually, you burn out and get tired and become depressed.